risaukan dirinya. Yang pernah singgah antara kita masih ada. Sayang itu hancur hatiku mengenang di kau. Apa masih aja?
to see you glow.
Woi, mana orangnya nih? Welcome, welcome. Anjay. Gue udah live nih. Ngapain kita? Game apa nih bang? Itu cuma background aja. Videoku lama itu aku jadiin background. Gimana? Oh, buka apa tadi ya? Lagi. Bingung kan gua mau main nggak ya? Kayak gini nih sampai tidur. Besok kerja lagi. Masih masuk Karel besok. Hilang nih orang. Ada suaranya ya. Biar ada suaranya. Ada tuh. nonton video lain sih sebenarnya.
3,000 hours on my OLED monitor, and I've been using it how everyone recommends not to. The same 3 apps over and over at almost max
Ayo,
brightness.
dirimu gamers
how bad
harus
is
nonton
the
ini.
burn-in? This is by far the biggest concern about OLED monitors, and my answer has always been pretty much the same. Unless you're abusing the panel or using it really obnoxiously, then you should be pretty much okay. But today we're going to see if that's actually the case. This is the exact same OLED that I've been using for the past 2 years. It's the 32-inch dual mode from LG. Really love this monitor. I've been using it pretty much every day for the exact same 3 things: Fusion 360, DaVinci Resolve, and Overwatch 2. All 3 of those apps have a lot of static elements, which is what you want to avoid if you care about burn-in. Now, I don't watch movies on this panel, so black bars are not going to be an issue. I also don't use split windows on my desktop, just out of habit. My windows are usually just floating around, and I have my taskbar set to automatically hide to give me a bit more screen space. So I'm not expecting any of the burn-in that you typically see from those few things. And as for the monitor settings, brightness usually sits between 80 and 100% depending on the time of the day, and I've left all of the burn-in assists turned on to their default settings. Surprisingly, that's nothing crazy on this particular model. There's no pixel shift at all, no screen dimming. It's mostly the automatic image cleaning that it wants to do whenever the screen is powered off. I've also set the display sleep in Windows to just 15 minutes. So how bad is the burn-in? Well, after 3,000 hours, if we swap to this full screen dark gray image, we can actually see a few things. Now, it's very, very faint, but the worst burn-in on this panel is in the bottom left-hand corner, right here, and it's from Overwatch. It's basically the health bar. This is a near white static element, so it's pretty much worst case. And yeah, I'd call this light burn-in. You know, definitely not something that you can see during normal use, and even cycling through these different colors and different shades of gray, you can only see it in some of them, and even still, it's really faint. And then switching over to a blue background, you can actually see the hexagon that surrounds your player card is also slowly killing the pixels in that area, but again, it's nothing significant, and I can only see this with a full screen blue background. To see anything more than this, I really have to pixel peep and stand back and move closer and really examine the panel under different shades of full screen gray, and from there I can see a couple more things, like the scroll bars for my video editing timeline in DaVinci Resolve. They've slightly burned in here on the bottom right. The real question is though, can I see this burn-in when I'm using my own apps and games day to day? And the simple answer is just no. Even with apps where I'm using a dark mode, but it's really like a gray background, and honestly that is most of the apps I use, like DaVinci Resolve, Fusion, maybe Photoshop, Lightroom. They all have plain gray backgrounds, and I have not noticed burn-in once. Even if I try and look for it in these apps, I can't see anything. The monitor brightness has also dipped a little bit during this time, but it's nothing significant at all. The panel looks just as bright as when I first started using it a couple years back. So my thoughts on OLED monitor burn-in haven't really changed. I'm going to keep using this one the exact same as I was before. However, if you use these monitors incorrectly, you definitely can see significant burn-in. I'd always recommend using dark mode where possible. I'd avoid using Windows screen snapping if you're using multiple windows. Set your taskbar to hide automatically. And if you have a high contrast wallpaper, just set your monitor to sleep after a few minutes of being inactive. These are things that you can really integrate into any setup and workflow. They shouldn't really disrupt you, and they will help you get a bit more life out of your OLED. And of course, just leave all of the monitor burn-in assist features turned on. Maybe if the pixel shifting is annoying you, you can probably disable that, but as far as auto dimming and image cleaning, which do most of the heavy lifting, just leave those on. And then as for gaming, if you're playing a variety of games, burn-in is not something that I would worry about pretty much at all. But if you're someone like me and you're pretty much just playing the same game over and over, then it is something that you will see eventually. But how much really depends on how much you're playing. So for me, I went back and I looked at all of the hours that I had played during that 2-year period in Overwatch 2. It turned out to be around 400 hours. Now, I thought it was going to be a lot more than that, but yeah, apparently 400 hours works out to be about 30 minutes per day. If you're averaging more than that, if you're averaging like 3 hours plus per day, you will see more significant burn-in than what I have here. I still think it's going to take even more than that though to get to a point where you're seeing like crosshairs and kill feeds noticeably burned into like your YouTube homepage on your monitor. Even then, you've got some pretty generous panel warranties offered these days, some of them up to 3 years, so you can always fall back on those. Something else to think about is, let's say I use this monitor for another year or two and then upgrade to something else, and the burn-in during that time probably gets a little bit worse, but probably, I mean, like, let's be reasonable here, not to a point where you can see it during normal use. I then pass this monitor onto someone else who has completely different use cases, plays different games, uses different apps, and that burn-in that we were seeing before now doesn't get any worse. Basically, I hear a lot of people say that these OLED monitors are ready for the bin like after 2 years, but that is just not the case. But yeah, burn-in is something that you'll have to consider when using an OLED, but if you're a similar use case to me and you're using it sensibly, then there's almost nothing to worry about. The upgrade is so significant coming from an LCD panel. I mean, for me, video editing is so much nicer when I'm able to see the true black levels of my videos, and the more vibrant colors when gaming are just something I can't unsee. So personally, I am really impressed how little burn-in this monitor has. I mean, the fact that none of my like menu bars or like panels from my 3D modeling software or my video editing softwares have like burned in is actually really impressive. I mean, if I don't upgrade to anything else this year, then this monitor can easily keep going. Using the panel or using OLED monitor, and I've been using it how everyone recommends not to. The same 3 apps over and over at almost max brightness, turned on to the do whenever the screen is powered off. The worst burn-in on this panel is in the bottom left-hand corner, right here, and it's from Overwatch. It's basically the health bar. This is a near white static element, so it's pretty much worst case, and yeah, I'd call this light burn-in. You know, definitely not something that you can see during normal use, and even cycling through these different colors and different shades of gray, you can only see it in some of them, and even still, it's really faint. And then switching over to a blue background, you can actually see the hexagon that surrounds your player card is also slowly killing the pixels in that area, but again, it's nothing significant, and I can only see this with a full screen blue background. To see anything more than this, I really have to pixel peep and stand back and move closer and really examine the panel under different shades of full screen gray, and from there I can see a couple more things, like the scroll bars for my video editing timeline and DaVinci Resolve. They've slightly burned in here on the bottom right. The real question is though, can I see this burn in when I'm using my own apps and games day to day? And the simple answer is just no. Even with apps where I'm using a dark mode, but it's really like a gray background, and honestly that is most of the apps I use, like DaVinci Resolve, Fusion, maybe Photoshop, Lightroom, they all have plain gray backgrounds, and I have not noticed burn-in once. Even if I try and look for it in these apps, I can't see anything. The monitor brightness has also dipped a little bit during this time, but it's nothing significant at all. The panel looks just as bright as when I first started using it a couple years back. So my thoughts on OLED monitor burn-in haven't really changed. I'm gonna keep using this one the exact same as I was before. However, if you use these monitors incorrectly, you definitely can see significant burn-in. I'd always recommend using dark mode where possible. I'd avoid using Windows screen snapping if you're using multiple windows. Set your taskbar to hide automatically. If you have a high contrast wallpaper, just set your monitor to sleep after a few minutes of being inactive. These are things that you can really integrate into any setup and workflow. They shouldn't really disrupt you, and they will help you get a bit more life out of your OLED. And of course, just leave all of the monitor burn-in assist features turned on. Maybe if the pixel shifting is annoying you, you can probably disable that, but as far as auto dimming and image cleaning, which do most of the heavy lifting, just leave those on. And then as for gaming, if you're playing a variety of games, burn-in is not something that I would worry about pretty much at all. But if you're someone like me and you're pretty much just playing the same game over and over, then it is something that you will see eventually. But how much really depends on how much you're playing. So for me, I went back and I looked at all of the hours I had played during that 2-year period in Overwatch 2. It turned out to be around 400 hours. Now, I thought it was going to be a lot more than that, but yeah, apparently 400 hours works out to be about 30 minutes per day. If you're averaging more than that, if you're averaging like 3 hours plus per day, you will see more significant burn-in than what I have here. I still think it's going to take even more than that though to get to a point where you're seeing like crosshairs and kill feeds noticeably burned into like your YouTube homepage on your monitor. Even then, you've got some pretty generous panel warranties offered these days, some of them up to 3 years, so you can always fall back on those. Something else to think about is, let's say I use this monitor for another year or two and then upgrade to something else, and the burn-in during that time probably gets a little bit worse, but probably, I mean, let's be reasonable here, not to a point where you can see it during normal use. I then pass this monitor onto someone else who has completely different use cases, plays different games, uses different apps, and that burn-in that we were seeing before now doesn't get any worse. Basically, I hear a lot of people say that these OLED monitors are ready for the bin like after 2 years, but that is just not the case. But yeah, burn-in is something that you'll have to consider when using an OLED, but if you're a similar use case to me and you're using it sensibly, then there's almost nothing to worry about. The upgrade is so significant coming from an LCD panel. I mean, for me, video editing is so much nicer when I'm able to see the true black levels of my videos, and the more vibrant colors when gaming are just something I can't unsee. So personally, I am really impressed how little burn-in this monitor has. I mean, the fact that none of my like menu bars or like panels from my 3D modeling software or my video editing softwares have like burned in is actually really impressive. I mean, if I don't upgrade to anything else this year, then this monitor can easily keep going.
我操！我操，这个帅的！
Kerja bang, kerjalah, cuk malam kah? Jirex, welcome. Siapa nih Jirex? Tunjukkan namamu, alah. Masih libur besok masuk. Oh iya kah? Aku besok masih masuk ke pagi. Anjay, terbang.
This might be the highest quality Hall effect keyboard I've tried. It's the iQnix EV63. It's also one of the cleanest looking keyboards I've seen, with a rather subtle design with a bit of interesting flair. But the best thing about this keyboard is how nice it is to type on. It's one of the best sounding and feeling Hall effect keyboards I've tried. This is using iQnix's own Magnetic X Ultra switch, which they made themselves. In terms of performance, this is packed with all the numbers that will not help you get out of bronze, because nothing can. It's got 8000 Hz polling, a 0.01mm actuation precision, and a lot of other fancy buzzwords. It supports all the major Hall effect features, although one criticism I still have is that the software is still a bit difficult to use, but iQnix are regularly improving it. The best thing about this is the price, as these start at around $170. making it significantly cheaper than the latest routing 60
Oh ya, lupa
HEV2,
nambahin.
but with
Kalau
far
ada yang mau
better
donate.
quality. Personally,
nambah, ya
I
kan?
think this is one of the best keyboards I've tried, and it's well worth getting one. This might be the highest quality Hall effect
Ini perutnya buncit ini masih ada anak nggak?
Nah itu yang kami tidak tahu bang, karena kami tidak ngerti cek.
Ini baru lahir satu.
Apa prematur?
Enggak, ini normal ini.
Normal itu bang.
Normal, cuma yang ini buncit ini masih ada anak apa enggak ini?
Nah itu bang.
Udah berapa hari coba? Udah berapa hari lahir kan?
Tadi ada tetangga yang ngasih tahu katanya ada kucing pendarahan. Nah, kami tidak tahu berapa
Nah,
kucingnya.
ini udah berapa hari belum tahu ini?
Iya.
Kami tidak tahu.
Ini masih buncit soalnya kan?
Kami tidak
Ini masih
tahu.
buncit. Nah, kita takut masih ada anaknya, tapi belum bisa keluar gitu loh. Ini kucing kakak atau kucing siapa nih?
Kucing ini tidak ada tahu bang.
Kucing liar.
Dimakan gimana bang? Tapi ini baru saya kami bang.
Enggak, ini kayaknya khawatir masih ada anak dalam ini Nana. Ini nggak bisa keluar. Dia sempat pendarahan ya?
Kalau bisa dari itunya
Ya. Ini udah bau kan? Nah, kuat.
Oh, we're late as fuck now.
Nonton Baide. Baide.
I can't. Terrible shots.
One shot.
It's everything. Oh my god.
Enggak ngambil. Sesuatu.
Bro left the game. I'm just gonna leave.
Oh man, I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead.
Come on, Sam. Pull through.
The heck.
Another team. Bro, what? Oh my god. Can't move. Oh my god. I hear another team. Holy shit, who's this? What is this? Oh! Why is there a caustic? Cringe. I don't know where these fucking holes go. Is that a Watson? What is that? Is that Watson? Oh, I can't tell. I might be dead. It is. Watson, caustic, and Bubs. Kill me now. Kill me now. Oh, it's so corny. You can't even play the game now. One bullet. That'll do for now.
Holy.
Of course, I have no ammo. Where'd he go? Oh, we didn't full kill the rep, did we? Come on.
Kenapa gak di rest timnya ya?
How did he die to that guy? I even shot him.
Fade one of these says, Tut.
Cah. Gotcha.
Oh, I shot on him.
Tahu aja.
Chocolate milk bandit. Oh, that nade miss right on the door. Oh my god, how did that not blow up on me? Come on, we gotta hit one of those. Fuck.
Bagus banget nih orang pingnya.
What? Why would you pick that? guy's gonna die. Oh yeah, he died. I have no ammo. Why is everyone playing caustic? What many caustic players are there?
Nyundul kepalanya.
You're a wall.
He's trapping me with fucking traps.
Oh. Are they both there?
Fucking talking to me.
Oh, I got shot in the back. Man, I get shot in the back. I didn't even know he had an angle. I should have just slid in. Look how much damage he did into my back. I can't fucking move. Hello? I'm lagging. Why did I no rag? Oh, I'm shooting guys. That was strange. Stop, don't peek me. Don't ever peek me. Why am I lagging so hard? Yeah, we're gonna die to this lag. I can already see it. Game's just stuttering. My God. I'm in slow motion.
Udah mau lepas. Udah masuk bumi. Langsung pecah.
One character.
There's a whole other squad coming.
Such a fun character.
King Crunch 295 says, any like, backslash.
Yeah, player on the bridge. Push up with me, push up with me.
Anjir ngantuk gua.
Coming through a shield.
King Crunch 295 says, new team.
Oh, I got two guys shooting me. A new team.
It's in the pack.
King.
King Crunch 295 says, swear rank is
Oh,
easier
it's
now.
alone in Tokyo. Nah, ranked is not easier.
King Crunch 295 says, it has been
This
Is fade.
thanks for the prime.
Yeah, I'm not.
King
I'm not
Crunch
surprised.
295 says, get way better games.
absolutely cooked me.
Dia
We were just
tolong
talking about how fucking good he is too. And completely unrelated.
King Crunch 295 says,
Completely unrelated.
LOL.
Yeah.
King Crunch 295 says, wait hours.
I'm not played. I'm not sure if ours or no. I think it's theirs.
I can't move.
You gonna shield up there? Is he still in there? Alright, good. Over here on my left, west.
Oh. Holy scrim.
It's true.
Shot, kick us. We get a bow on your east. God. Nice shots, dude. Oh, my teammate? Oh. Hello.
Yo.
What's up, dude? You're a pleasure to meet you, man.
Yo. What's poppin', man?
Nah, same old shit, dude. Just playing
King
some
Crunch
Apex.
295 says, OMG. King Crunch
We were
295
just having a
says,
whole conversation
yo.
on
King
stream
Crunch
about
295 says, big
the
fan.
what's it called? The dilemma between whether
I'm expecting my gun to charge up.
the light mag maybe. Yeah, we're good. Oh, he's behind me. Oh, he's hiding in the corner. One guy incoming. Watch ahead.
I hit him 80.
This guy, dude.
Oh shit! Breaking him.
King Crunch 295 says, LOL.
There we go.
I was trying to see if it would push him in. I might go down. Oh! Oh, you might go down.
No.
Oh no!
I'm gonna get out of here.
Oh, no heals!
Apa sih?
Wait, dude, no! No, dude, oh, careful the portal! Oh, god damn it! No.
Alright,
I gotta crawl back. Oh. You can rest me right here.
King Crunch 295
You can rest me right here, dude. No.
Here we go.
Oh no. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Oh shit, dude, I'm back in zone. Oh, fuck. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. I apologize, guys. I'm gonna throw my life. Oh, I chose the right one. Fuck him up!
Alright, got that knock.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. He's got it.
GG's.
I didn't do anything.
It's okay, I didn't do much either.
No. Absolute pleasure, man. I wish you the best. God bless, alright?
Yeah, nice meeting you, bro.
Thank you for everything you do for the community.
Appreciate
King
that.
Crunch 295 says,
Nice meeting you,
nice
Crunch.
meeting you. King Crunch 295 says,
Word today is broken.
It isn't actually a question.
This is how I used to eat breakfast. And this is how I eat breakfast now. See the difference? Thanks to the Ryzen 7 9850X3D, I now do everything 7.69% faster, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but as far as mid-generation refreshes go, this one is pretty alright. TLDR, it costs a few dollars more for a chip that is, by and large, the same as the 9800X3D that you already know and love, except it boosts its clock speeds higher, resulting in measurable gains across productivity and esports gaming, and it does so without running hotter or louder or drawing a ton more power. Is it the most exciting chip launch we've ever seen from AMD? No, but it never claimed to be. It's just some mid-generation fine wine aging for the AM5 platform while we wait for a true successor based on Zen 6 toward the end of this year or early next. So with that in mind, let's take a look at performance to see who should be interested in the 9850X3D, and maybe more importantly, who should be holding on to their existing hardware and saving their money. And also who should be checking out our sponsor.
Jala. With DDR5 getting so expensive, wouldn't it be nice to save a few bucks and use
are in short supply, even here at LTT. So we set up 4 identical benches with RTX 4090s and got right to work on gaming performance, where AMD's claims were immediately validated. The king got a little kinglier, with the 9850X3D leading the pack across our entire suite of esports titles and 1080p benchmarks. Now, I could spend the rest of my slideshow presentation here talking about the cases where it leads by a little bit, and the ones where it leads by a little bit more. But instead, I'm simply gonna say it wins, and I'm gonna use the rest of my time to explain why reviewers even bother to test like this. I mean, surely no one buying a $500 gaming CPU is gonna be running at 1080p low on an RTX 4090, right? Well, yeah, you're right. But we do this because we want to know which chip is faster, period. Not which one handles better, not which one is more likely to impress the chicks at the club, which one is faster. And when you want to know which chip pumps out frames better, lowering both your resolution and your in-game details helps to isolate the CPU's game engine handling performance and really separate the fastest chip from the almost fastest chip. And AMD's 9850X3D is the fastest gaming chip that we tested, thanks to all of the things that made its predecessor processor the fastest before. 8 of AMD's Zen 5 cores coupled with ample 3D V-cache creates a combo that puts both Intel's latest Core Ultra desktop chips and their older 14th gen flagship to absolute shame. But does any of this matter? To answer that, we need to get a little more realistic, both in terms of in-game visuals and the real-world use cases for these chips. Let's step up then to 1440p resolution and throw in some tests with ray tracing where, the 9850X3D no longer sits alone atop the roost, king of his domain, but becomes simply another runner in the race. Still a very fast chip, boasting the highest average FPS in both Counter-Strike 2 and Rocket League. So it's clear then that once we start to introduce more variables, the story becomes muddier, to say the least, with certain games favoring some CPU architectures more than others, and those advantages shrinking the more GPU eye candy you turn on, with ray tracing being the ultimate equalizer, bringing every chip we tested within about 5% of the rest. Which isn't to say, though, that you should just buy any chip and expect exactly the same experience. In the longer term, theoretically, a faster gaming chip will last you through more GPU upgrades, extending the time before your next platform upgrade. And with upscaling technology becoming more and more important all the time, rendering high frame rates at lower resolutions and then upscaling them with AI could become increasingly important for high-end gaming. Okay then, Linus, so just buy the one at the top of the chart then. Well, not that either. It's horses for courses. If all that matters to you is the highest FPS at low or medium details or in esports titles, yeah, it doesn't get any better than the 9850X3D. But for almost anyone else, we need to at least think about the bigger picture. What about whole platform pricing? Where could I score a deal? Intel's older generation 12th gen CPUs are still potent gaming chips, and they support cheaper DDR4 memory. We'll have a full video on that coming soon, but the TLDR is, it's a pretty compelling value. Or if I'm willing to go to the secondhand market, 5700X3D pricing has not spiked nearly as high as 5800X3Ds, and AM4 motherboards and matching DDR4 can be had for cheap. Add an open box 1440p gaming monitor, and that's an entire platform refresh for the price of a 9850X3D CPU alone. which would leave plenty of budget to get some nice new cables at lttstore.com. We'll have that link down below. Of course, none of what I just said means the 9850X3D is bad or a bad deal. It's a bad CPU. No, it's not. The best of the best always comes at a premium, and honestly, it's a better product than I thought it was going to be. My initial reaction was, it's probably going to be a roided out 9800X3D, and I expected a big boost to both power draw and heat output in order for AMD to reach their lofty 5.6 gigahertz boost frequency targets. But that turned out to not be the case. In our Cinebench power draw test, AMD's Finest hit higher clock speeds than its predecessor while running ever so slightly cooler and drawing ever so slightly less power. We didn't see quite the same thing in F124. Power draw was actually up a little bit on average, but still, both of these results are so close that it is safe to say that this is not a meaningfully more power-hungry chip, and it does clock noticeably higher. This translates to a better experience outside of games as well, where the 9850X3D consistently beats its 50-list cousin across both our productivity and our creative benchmarks, with small victories in multi-threaded workloads and larger ones in single-threaded applications where it really gets to flex its boosted clock speed. It's worth noting, by the way, we didn't run our entire suite here since these X3D chips really are marketed primarily towards gaming, but we still wanted to show a snapshot of what they're capable of outside of games. Now, I'm not going to go into this too much, but Intel's core count advantage translates into some really lopsided results in our multi-threaded benchmarks. And that's with their last-gen Core Ultra. Can't wait to see what happens when their new architecture makes its way from mobile to the desktop. Core Ultra next-gen versus Zen 6 is going to be a heck of a battle. Of course, that's a story for tomorrow. The story for today is Ryzen 7 9850X3D. It's a little faster, and it costs a little more. Not the most exciting chip, but certainly better than AMD simply resting on their laurels and waiting for Intel to close the gap. And I was really impressed to see that their manufacturing has improved so much in the last year that they can do this without juicing power consumption. Now, to juice this segue, to our sponsor.
Jawa. Jawa is an online marketplace where you can buy and sell no matter what it is, some money building your dream rig today.
If you guys enjoyed this video, why not check out our recent look at AMD's top of the line works.
Ini Dion, orang Jogja yang
Hey everyone, I'm really excited to share this game with you. It's a strategy game inspired by Isaac Asimov's found.
Oh,
catch the blade with the hands.
If I'm doing this, did you see?
Today I'm watching the best and worst ninja movie scenes with a real ninjutsu expert.
Hajimashite, kasemuzugari de gozaimasu. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Could you do it in English?
In English?
Because I don't think everyone understands Japanese.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Hello, my name is Kasem Zugari. I have a PhD in Japanese studies and I work in classical martial art and ninjutsu, wrote many books and articles, and I work also for the Samurai Museum building.
You want to go ahead and click start?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Chain makes too much noise. The first thing about a ninja is to move in silence. This could be done with a rope. There is an art called Tori Nawajutsu or Hojo Jutsu, which is a way you use a rope in the art of fighting. Oh no, no. I mean, first ninja in red, ninja in yellow.
Oh, it's like belt colors in karate.
Yes, but I don't think it exists at all. They will always wear the costumes of the place they're gonna infiltrate, so they need to blend.
That's a karate kata.
Yes.
It looks like Basai Dai or...
I mean, for, of course, artistic reason, you need something that can impress people, so why not? Why not?
Okay.
The idea of taking the sword on the back like that,
right?
For sure, man.
They didn't do that?
Carrying the sword on the back that exists, you know, for a long march, you can hold it in a certain way, but it's unpractical. Plus, by doing this, you are
You're opening up, yeah.
Oh.
What was that?
Using the gun powder.
Yeah.
Exists in Japan already in the 10th century, come from China. Using a lot of powder, you know, for set a fire and create diversion.
This brings attention.
Too much attention.
Yeah.
Now, bring attention somewhere in order to do something from another direction. This is pretty much what every martial art, every strategist will use it. Oh, did you see that?
He disappeared.
did a kuji, for example, when you go to war, in order that you're not touched by any kind of disaster, to not be touched by illness.
It's like a magic spell.
Alors, magic, no, because it's not.
But he disappeared. It looks like.
Yeah, he disappeared. But that's the thing. But historically, it's not this. It's a very, very, let's say, serious thing. It's a way also to boost in a certain way your faith, in a sort of way to believe something. Also, if you have to take care of someone who's sick, you're gonna do something like that. There is a kiai that goes with it. Then you do a certain massage or acupressure. So that's what is it now. This no. Shuko, right? Or tekagi. And you have to fight with some man like this. And he's punching you and you're doing that.
Right.
Instead of going right away here, moving. Plus, imagine when you get stick on it, it's very difficult to remove it.
Yeah, yeah.
You will never hold a sword like this with the edge like that. No. This is very dangerous for doing.
To the untrained eye, it looks like they know what they're doing.
No. The way you hold a sword is very, very specific. It's the same, for example, in kobudo, as you know very well. You can't hold the side, the kama, the bow the way you want. It's a weak spot, and it's gonna be used against you. So no. That's why I'm one.
Oh, that's harsh.
Here what is very interesting here is the use of the saya and the sword at the same time. And you have this in many classical schools.
The saya is the scabbard.
Yeah, the scabbard. You pretend you're going to draw this one, but you move with this, then you have that.
Oh.
So here, for example, you can throw smoke or whatever, powder, but by striking this, using this for striking.
So I will be blocking that part while you stab
do this. And you have many things like that, for example, when you come in the front of the Lord and you go like this, as he catch it, up you do this and you strike with this.
Or you're striking with
right away. And then that's
actually accurate.
The movement is not accurate. It's not really classical martial art. The way you move on it, you can see hip movement. It's too wide, moving things like that. But for example, in Yagyu schools, for example, that area was most of the time put in iron. Like this, you can.
So this would be iron.
Iron, yes, because you could use it for striking.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
And then sometimes even to protect yourself and use the sword. Most of the time you use a shuriken in a very close range. For example, you walk like this, tack, then as you move you catch and you have everything.
Oh,
then,
where did you get that?
I was hiding here. If you use, for example, things like that, like Juji Shuriken, so this could be used also to catch, to do a lock, and then to move in. And could be used also for protection, to get close, to stop, even make
almost like a knife,
weapon. And if you throw it, it's because you have a sword behind and you attack. The problem is you throw it.
Yeah, then you lose it.
You lose it. And how you deal with that?
I'm always thinking, like, why did he have to do a backflip down a tree? Couldn't he just jump regularly? Like, why do you have to flip every time you jump?
The question is why you jump. We never know if it's going to work well. I mean, jumping on someone with your knees or with your feet on him. Plus, at the moment you reach him, how are you going to land? I mean, the saya things was very interesting. Shuriken, my God. The jump, my God. I give a good 2 for that.
Hey. Find me that number gate game from the ads. No ads and no pay to win. You know, sliding left and right, hitting number.
I've seen Shaolin monks running on the walls, and they're really good at that. What about the ninjas?
In the history of ninjutsu, there is an aspect called the Shomonji. They were kind of what we can call nowadays people who does circus. You know, they are very good by using the body because, you know, they were going city to city, sometimes also to entertain. They were part of those people. And among them, of course, having the capacity, you know, to jump, to do things like that, that was possible. But in that way, cool with weapon on you? No. I don't understand why in every ninja movie they have sai.
I mean
don't get me wrong, I love the sai. You know, I really love the sai. We have jute, which is a little bit more shorter.
So this would be more accurate.
Yes, and at the same time you won't show it. You're gonna walk with this, go like that. catching here against a sword, you should not have like your special weapon. The specialization is to be able to touch anything and turn any kind of things into a weapon. And in case of ninja, that's a key. Wow, this is cool, huh?
How would you rate that fight scene?
It's too modern to be seen in a historical way.
They didn't have Uzi?
You have to use the weapon of your time. You have also to adapt. I'm gonna give a 5 because it's modern, because it's cool, because it's well orchestrated. Okay, let's stop here. That kind of things, huh? We call this also tekagi. That's kind of pretty much the real one, how you hold this. So they are not a weapon, they are tools. You're just someone who's working, carrying things, taking the grass and stuff like that. And at that moment, or Ronin or someone come and attack you. So what, you're gonna remove them? It's impossible to take your sword. Yeah. No. So at that moment, you're gonna have to do the technique. So when the sword arrives, you can smash it like a uke, go to the face like this. The problem is, you should never forget that you wear them. Because if you want to take them, and that's the problem. It's not a weapon. It's a tool turned as a weapon. For example, a ski here won't hurt.
No, exactly.
Yes, it won't hurt.
Yeah, they're curved.
Because the curve. So this will be more to come like that, more to come like this, to go like this. And even if you want to catch, it's a little bit difficult with this.
And also
too long, really too long. So it's even worse for the one who carry them. Nice, huh?
I've seen that. That's like a test you do in ninjutsu.
You have that test in every classical martial art. You want to test if someone can sense the danger. You have already existence of that test in some history with the Yagyu, history of Tsukara-bokuden.
Have you ever experienced a test where you have to sense the danger in your training in Japan?
Well, if I had, I won't talk about that.
Okay.
All those kind of things, I think, needs to stay something private. There is, in classical martial art, in general, whatever the style, and in ninjutsu, there is always a private part that deals with your interiority. If you can sense the danger, you don't have to talk it, because the more you talk, the less you sense it. I'm gonna give a 4.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Can you do that?
No. No.
That's okay.
I mean, no. There is a lot of people who do like Olympic gymnasts. What they do is incredible.
Yes.
Can they fight? I love dancing. I love breakdance. I love, for example, ballet. They do things with legs. Incredible. Can they fight?
Probably not.
Now, at the same time, for showing off, it's great, but I don't think it showed the reality of the art behind. So I don't think it's accurate or anything. With weapon, you don't move much. You know, turning things like that, it's very difficult to control. When you lose the control, you cannot do this with many people around. You cannot do this in the forest. And it's even not real tatami.
Oh, it's
they just put, yes, we just put a carpet that looks like
fake
a tatami.
carpet.
Of course, it's fake carpet.
Did the ninja practice blindfolded?
Yeah, you can close your eyes. You don't need to be blindfolded. Interesting is you're blindfolded, but you're doing this. Like by doing this, you're gonna hear more.
It's like when you drive in a car and the music is loud. You turn it down, you can see better.
Yeah.
Right? When you're looking for a parking spot, you always turn the music down.
Here again, practicality.
So he's got 2 swords put together into a sword staff or something?
No, it doesn't exist. 1.
Okay.
Ooh. So if you have a sword, you come with your 2 hands full power.
Yes.
And even if I have 2 and I'm doing this here,
right.
Just let's say it works. Even if I stretch my arm, the first thing a swordman will do is to kick me on. Yes.
Okay.
Or to kick me, or you just turn the blade, you have my finger on the side.
That's careful.
The only thing you could do here, the idea would be to move like this.
And
like this,
step in.
Step in right away.
Yeah.
It's the same with a sword. You will never go with the blade like this. You might use like this. You you move. That's how, for example, you will do.
Oh, I've seen that before.
All right.
Catch the blade with the hands.
If I'm doing this, Did you see? No, did you see? Look, and we went slow. Look. Plus, if you're sweaty, and you keep your head on the front.
Oh, yeah.
Now, where you can catch.
Yeah.
Live hand, where it's possible. Here, it's possible.
So the back side.
Yeah, you can catch here, or you can catch, it's war, it's fighting, someone goes, you think you're going to have time to think like that, you're going to catch
But
it.
it's not too sharp to catch?
No, never. Most of the time, it's sharp here. If you sharp the full blade, then the blade is weak.
I see.
Yes. So in that, of course, you're going to get hurt, but it's better to get hurt than getting cut. Plus, when they cut, this is the area which is dangerous. That's the reason why when you hear or here, you're safe.
With my kids' classes in karate, we have a game where we do it with the hand.
Yes.
So I try to catch your hand.
It's difficult.
And it is very difficult. So imagine a light blade. Impossible.
But there is a trick. Most of the time when you arrive, you don't go for that hand because it's too far. You go from the front hand, which is the closest one.
Okay.
Always. So when you arrive, you need to move in a certain way that the elbow is going to come here.
Elbow?
And yes, you see the forearm.
Yeah.
And then you push on the side a little bit. Now you can catch from here, no problem. Then you can move it. So you have to damage his elbow like a lock. Because if you hold this very strong, and I'm here, look, you hold it very strong. By doing this, you have a lock. And then this is where you turn the blade in.
Okay, so that's the real technique.
In that case, you can. All respect to every people, please forgive me. 0.
Oh, it's a female ninja. How common was that?
It's not a lie, but the proof doesn't exist. Now, you have men, quite very feminine, who know how to dress and transform themselves and use that aspect to get close, for example, a general or something like that, and kill him. Here we have something very accurate of someone who blend into. You see, she's not dressed in black or anything, and she conceal a knife, so she need to get close. She need to be psychologically very strong in order to get close and not send any intention. This is what any kind of assassin will to do: infiltrate, exfiltrate, blend inside, wait the moment, wait the night, attack. This historically, I give a 10.
Wow. I would like to give you a little gift. A brand new black Seishingi.
God knows we always need.
Awesome.
I'm sure it's gonna help me to move better.
Use the offer code NIN.
Alright guys, ngantuk banget sudah buset. Gitu aja kali streaming. Ya, see you di kerjaan. Bukan see you tomorrow tapi see you di kerjaan. Oleh. Bye.